Tulsa, Oklahoma, home to the Tulsa Golden Hurricane in Skelly Field, where the fans have gathered and they are ready to see those Hurricanes gather some strength. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a fellow AAC opponent, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Tulsa will kick off and we'll get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So USF's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need it.
And now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Trying to get to it. The throw. Got his man quickly. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, South Florida. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Number 26.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So the Tulsa Golden Hurricane offense comes out, and they'll take over for the first time in this one. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. It'll be a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. They'll get down and put a stop for this return. They'll mark it at the 32. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, they picked up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And that's a first down for the offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
South Florida, 7, Tulsa, 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Trying to move them on the counter. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Brown wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Eccles. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Quarterback keeper. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Speed behind center cannot be stopped, and the defense really can't even contain it.
No, and especially when the offensive coordinator knows how to use it. You got a quarterback that can run like this, use him early and often.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way, but dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover.
Pass on the way, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, USF. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21, Tulsa, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Williams will pass. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. And it's on the ground. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, things have mostly been going right for this offense in this game so far. That's why they have the lead they have. But that time, a little bit of a mental error. That should have been intercepted. Don't love the decision by the quarterback.
That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing up against this offense.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
Touchdown Bulls! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass.
Tulsa 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
This offense has a second down play. Feeling some heat. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. Tulsa wasting no time.
Third down coming up.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And they got him for the sack.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from gorgeous Tulsa, Oklahoma. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's head back to the guys inside H.A. Chapman Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this, because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal to go to situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Got it in the middle. It's Green. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. Out after picking up the 1st down. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10.
For the offense.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Presley. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline.
Oh, it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, it's...
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Green.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on it.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get...
Flying out to the left. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Florida. And the pummeling has started. On to attempt to try. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Florida, 35. Tulsa, 10.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A first down for the offense. Gets it out fast. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Offense gets set for second down. Williams looking for a man. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch on the left. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Tulsa. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Coming after it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Got his man down the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation.
And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Williams will pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it inside the 25. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
This is a receiver that is so good at running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of this route because he doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? Hit the gas, kid, wide open. jumping ahead. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Out of bounds at the 30. And that's a first down.
Running back searching for a hole. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
42, Tulsa, 24.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Moving away from pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Tulsa wasting no time. Williams looking for a man. Now adjusting. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Presley. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Presley. Bust through behind his pad. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. To the air on 1st down. They're bringing heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires left. Got his man all by himself. This guy is... And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
3rd down coming up.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Tulsa now has it in the red zone. Williams will pass. It's complete. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
4th down coming up.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tulsa.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense. A loss of 10. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Carter. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.